his family throughout today, and they're just heartbroken, and really even sharing this story is difficult. It's such heartbreaking details. His family tells me this young child, he's at this concert with his father. They were bonding. They loved Travis Scott. His father put him on his shoulders to protect him from the crowd surge, but that pressure overtook his dad, Art and Melanie. His dad passed out. His son fell from his shoulders, and he was severely trampled. I'm told by his family that all of his organs are damaged. He has very severe swelling in his brain. When his dad woke up Friday night after he was passed out, he couldn't find his son anywhere. He was here at Texas Children's Hospital listed as a John Doe because he was brought here without his father because he lost him during that crowd surge while he was trampled. This child is now in a coma. Good time. I want to show you some photos that his father just sent to me here just a little while ago, showing him and his 9-year-old son at Astroworld. That is Ezra Blount that you see there on the screen, a 9-year-old innocent boy who loves Travis Scott like his father. Now, these photos, as I mentioned, they were taken on Friday, just hours before what became a violent crowd surge during Travis Scott's performance. It was an exciting time for this father and his son. They came from Dallas for the show, and as I mentioned, loved Travis Scott. The child, he was on his father's shoulders, and he actually fell from his dad's shoulders. I want you guys to take a listen to how his grandfather described exactly what happened there as he had his son up there to protect him from the crowd surge.
And my son couldn't breathe because of all the pressure that was being applied to him, and he passed out. And when he passed out, Ezra fell into the crowd, and he was trampled really bad.
He has the cutest dimple. He loves to sing. He is so outgoing. He loves music, and he loves skateboards, and he's just a normal child. He was spending time with his dad, and he loves that.
Chauncey and Myra, how this ended for both this son and his father is absolutely tragic. His family also tells me that here at Texas Children's Hospital, he was listed as a John Doe because when his father passed out, when he regained consciousness, his son had already been taken to safety. So you can just imagine the panic that this family had. His father searching for his son in this crowd of people that were pushing people and trampling over people, not knowing that he was already here at the hospital. His son was severely hurt. His family tells me that all of his organs are damaged here. His brain has swelling that has progressively gotten worse over the day. So his full recovery will be a miracle for them, and they're clinging on to hope and prayer that little 9-year-old Ezra Blount does make a full recovery.
They went to the Travis Scott concert. My son had Ezra on his shoulders at the concert, and my son couldn't breathe because of all the pressure that was being applied to him, and he passed out. And when he passed out, Ezra fell into the crowd, and he was trampled really bad, And when my son came to, they had already taken Ezra to the hospital, and he was listed as a John Doe because nobody knew his name, and the father was still at the venue in the medical facilities. So I guess my biggest thing is, how could this happen in the city of Houston? When we go to concerts and different events, we expect safety and security. And all the videos I've seen, I didn't see any security. I saw very little security. If the concert was going to be allowed to continue, the police should have stepped in and stopped it. When the first person was, nobody knew, or fell into the hospital, and he was listed as a John Doe because nobody knew his name, and the father was still at the venue in the medical facilities. So I guess my biggest thing is, how could this happen in the city of Houston? When we go to concerts and different events, we expect safety and security. And all the videos I've seen, I didn't see any security. I saw very little security. If the concert was going to be allowed to continue, the police should have stepped in and stopped it. When the first person was injured or are deceased. The police should have stepped in and stopped it. Someone should have stepped in and stopped it. And I just think there should be some accountability, because for my grandson to end up the way he did, something terrible happened. You know, he's a small, innocent child. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve it at all. You know, he's just coming into town to see one of his favorite artists. And to be trampled like that and really left in the hospital with no one knowing where he was, that's heartbreaking. And us as citizens of Houston, we don't deserve it, and my grandson certainly didn't deserve it.
I can't imagine. I mean, I saw the photos. Ezra's tiny. These people who trampled him had no care for human life, even a baby. He's a baby. He's a baby.
Just going to a concert to have a good time with his father.
Dad, on his dad's shoulders, and his dad passed out.
Yeah. And
Ezra safe?
he was trying to keep Ezra safe, but as we've seen in the videos, with him holding Ezra up, that left him vulnerable down. So he got really squeezed and he couldn't breathe. He just told me, Dad, I couldn't breathe and I passed out. Well, there should have been some kind of security or some kind of measures to stop that kind of thing from happening. You know, people come in from out of town, they don't know what to expect at a Travis Scott concert, and he kind of got walked into a situation where it shouldn't have been.
Are they from out of town?
Yes. Ezra has extensive injuries. He has damage to his kidney, has damage to his lungs, has damage to his heart, swelling on his brain. During the incident, had cardiac arrest. So had a 9-year-old child had a heart attack because he was being trampled so severely.
What are the doctors saying? Is he going to survive?
It's up in the air right now. But we're praying that he makes a full recovery. And we have our faith in the doctors that are treating him. And we just wish that something more would be done, because no family deserves or should be going through this.
What answers do you guys have right now?
What answers do we have?
What questions? I'm sorry.
The questions we have is... Okay. The questions we have is, if the mayor said there was 500 policemen there, all the video I seen, I didn't see 500 policemen. If the organizers of the event said there was 700 security, I didn't see 700 security. I saw children running through their gates, trampling each other. That's what I saw. So there should be some accountability, and we want to know, why wasn't this policed and supervised the way that it should have been?
Your grandson
To lose his life. I'm heartbroken. I'm still trying to process it. My son is trying to process it, because he's feeling guilt because he took him to the concert. And we're just praying as a family that he recovers, and that's all we can do is stay prayerful as a family.
Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I guess my biggest thing is, and you know, we're all on social media. I just want there to be some accountability. You know, I've seen apologies online that didn't look sincere from people who participated in that event. If you feel so bad, why aren't you down here at the hospital checking on your fans? Why would you keep letting your concerts be this way and people get injured? No one should be injured to make $1. No family should have to lose their child, their grandchild, because you're trying to make $1. Safety should have been provided for his fans.